All right, I'm going to try to show you how to use Audacity a little bit. I have a sample voice note that I'm going to load into it. So I'm looking at the sound files folder here, and hopefully we get all the actors' voice files as they, upload them here. I'll make a folder for Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3, and we'll just get the files here. I'm going to try to make them label it properly, but, we'll see how well that goes. Ooh, no, 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 not drive. Okay. So if we're looking at sound files, let's say we're going to rip a file, we're going to do a little section. So we're going to take sample voice note M4A, and to get that to work with uh, Audacity, I'm going to copy or download it. Okay, and now when I open up Audacity, this is what our Audacity, not dashboard, what Audacity looks like. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take that file and we're going to import it into Audacity. So we're going to import this audio file, and we're going to look for in my downloads. I've got a stupid number of downloads here, but I know it's sample voice, whatever. So sorry. I need to really clean this up a little bit, but that's what happens here. Sample voice note here. So we're going to open up this M4A. Oh, I need to convert it. Okay, so let's say this. Let's say this happens, M4A to MP3 converter. We can just convert that here. So let's say we need to do, M4A. So we're going to select a file. We're going to go back here. So you can just pop into a converter. We're going to find that same file. See, this is good. This is getting us ready, and we're just going to convert. Da, 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 da. We're going to convert. And now we're going to download sample voice note.mp3. So we go back into Audacity. I suggest getting a mouse for this. I'm using a mouse right now, and it works very, very nicely. Sample voice note MP3. So we open that up, and here you go. You can see we've got the audio file on the toolbar here, so we can listen back to it. I'm not actually sure if you can hear that through Screencastify, but this is just me talking a sample voice note. Okay, so some things that you can notice right here, right now, are we've got you can highlight the voice parts, the audio parts, and you can see that there's some silence here, right? So let's say we wanted to get rid of the silence in the beginning. All we'd have to do is click here. We can hit our trimming tool, cut tool, right? And we can just snip that right out. And then if you do something that you don't want to do, you can just hit Command Undo. So there are a few tools that I want to show you right up here. This tool is called the envelope tool. This is the tool that we can use to create softer or quieter sounds or louder sounds at certain points. So see where I get really loud right here, and let's say there's a little bit, this shouldn't be as loud as it is somewhere else. You can click into these two sections and you can compress it here and make it a little quieter. We can smooth it out. Chances are you're never going to have to do this, but it's a good thing to know about. This is our editing tool, or a drawing tool, I'm sorry. So this is where, oh, I don't think we're going to need the drawing tool. I thought that was different. And our time shift tool is where we can take things. The time shift tool is very handy. It's where we can take things and move them around. So if we needed to line up audio together, we can line them up. This is our multi-tool. The multi-tool lets you do all sorts of things depending on where you are. You don't really need to worry about that either. Basically, the select tool is the biggest one we're going to be using. Now, over here, you can see that you can increase the gain on an audio sample. If it's a very quiet recording compared to somebody else's, we can adjust the gain to balance it against. So let's say I loaded up another audio sample down here, and the first one was a little bit quieter than the other. I could just pop it up until it sounds about the same. And this is our left-right balance. This is what side of the speakers we want them to be in. We're pretty much going to be mixing in mono, so we don't really need to worry about that. Now, let's say I wanted to put a sound effect in this too. So I go back to my sound files, and let me add the mic drop because that's a good one. So let's download mic drop. You'll notice the mic drop's already in MP3 format, so all we have to do is go back into Audacity, hit File, hit Import, Audio, and we go to mic drop. Sorry about this again. Mic drop. Okay, and now we've got our mic drop sound effect. So the first thing we can see is that this is a much louder sound effect than most of this. However, I want this over at the end of my audio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the time shift tool, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to move it all the way over to the end. And you can scroll through. If you zoom, where's the big zoom? Here. Oh no, that's the playback speed. I don't want to mess with that. Oh, if you zoom out of the samples, you get a wider view. And then you can hit the time shift tool and move this over. And now it'll play, let's say I want it here, right when the audio ends. And now if I hit here, I can start listening again from here. And spacebar is the easy play or stop. Bang! And there's the mic drop sound. Okay, and now that's how we can edit all of our things together. Now, the more things you import, the more you're going to see come up on the screen. You can always minimize your tracks to make it a little bit easier to use your workspace here. And that is my basic Audacity intro video, how to load in clips and how to adjust the times of them and how to adjust the audio. All right, I'll try to make more as we continue, but this is just our basic. Oh, and the last thing you need to know, when you've gotten a sample audio done, what you can do is you can export your file as an MP3, sample voice MP3, and then you can upload that file into, you don't need to worry about that. All we need is the MP3. You can eventually upload that into our final files folder back in the War of the Worlds. You know, I'll have another file that says finalized audio scenes. Okay? That's the basics of how to use Audacity. And now I'm going to pause the recording. Yep. Nope.